talking about excitement, you cannot go past the Fijian and Drua. They returned home for the first time to Suva on the weekend, to a sold-out stadium. And take a listen to this, because this is what happened after the game. We've all been there. The result didn't matter on the day, does it? And it doesn't matter to the Fijians. This is the sound of Fiji.
Hold on, no.
Oh,
the result didn't matter on the day for me. It certainly mattered for me and the Highlanders. And it was the 100th game for Tony Brown coaching. And it meant to them. And I think at half-time, I think it dawned on the fact that, you know, we're in a true battle. So I look at this and go, I think I was smiling for a number of reasons. But first and foremost, when the television cameras came on and I saw the crowd, we all wanted to be there. Mills, Jake, you, Kirsty, no, you're probably somewhere else.
Hey, I'll come. I'll come for the trip.
You'll come for the trip. I tell you what,
15,000.
This is why I look forward to next season, when all of their games are at home, hopefully, and we get to see this on a weekly basis.
I wanted your Highlanders to lose. I wanted them to lose just because of the event. I know you're passionate about it, but I just think that, like you said, it is Fiji. They were singing, it's great, but they needed to win, and that would have been great for the environment. And I'm just disappointed that you guys came back
to be fair,
ruined the party.
I wanted the Drua to beat you last week, so what am I saying?
But you know what I mean? Like, what a fantastic event. We spoke about it, Mills. We talked about Moana Pacifica, you know, trying to get back to Samoa and Tonga to play. This was amazing, and this is what we talked about. International rugby giving back to the community. Not only do you see the crowd, but you've got your Highlanders in a hotel bringing money into the environment. You've got broadcasters there spending money, and that's what I think is important for the whole day. You just wrecked it by the Highlanders winning.
Yeah, I mean, what you've said is absolutely on the money. I'm glad the Highlanders did win, because this is a tough game for them to go over there and play a team in their own backyard where they play that expansive rugby. This is where they score most of their tries from, when they're sort of helter-skelter, almost just outside their own 22. They struggle when they get into the 22, but it's one of the, to make, I'm with you. I'm looking forward to how they play, you know, next year, and when teams have to go there, because it is very difficult. You know, although they're nice and friendly after the game and they sing and that, and the emotions all there, man, it's pretty hostile too when they start cheering.
Well, the style of rugby is entertaining, isn't it? It's what we want to watch. Does it remind you of what Super Rugby was at the House of Pain?
Look, I would say this. It was clearly warm. It was clearly challenging. But yes, it's a reminder of what the game used to be. And of course, it's new. It's new to Fiji and Suva, and they've tasted games, but it hasn't been their team. It hasn't been their side. So I think this was a huge step forward of why we needed them in the competition, why we need them in the competition in the long term, and the fact that it was clear they were competitive. Was I concerned at half-time? Absolutely, I was concerned. It was the fact that we desperately needed that result. So to get that was great, but the standard has been set for everybody else, the fact that I'd love to see that joy once again. And, by the way, I don't think there was a card in that game, which means it was played in the right spirit, with the right accuracy, with teams who wanted to go out and play some rugby.
The only thing I don't want to happen to the Drua or Moana Pacifica, I don't want them to play like us.
No.
I mean, the thing I'm loving about the Drua especially is they are playing with flair, they're playing with Fijian style, they're throwing caution to the wind at times, especially inside their own 22. And I just hope that doesn't get knocked out of them. I mean, you can see from this try here.
I got a sense, Mills, like every time there was a mistake, I thought they'd go 90. I thought they'd go the length of the field. That's what it felt like to watch them play, right? You know, and even after they scored their very first try, all of a sudden they tried to do a double miss, virtually in their own end goal, you know, and they chucked it into the sideline. You know, so there's a freedom about the way they play. But that's playing to their strengths, right? Yeah,
they've found a real nice balance in terms of what Mick Burns sort of found in terms of their style. They want to create stuff from inside their own half. When they actually struggle when they get into the 22s, because they don't know, they actually go to a totally different style. So I'm glad they sort of found that balance. I'm glad that it's created running rugby, but also it almost seems like, do we need to fix anything then? If the competition's close now, the Australians are playing well, the Drua, they're competitive, and Moana. Is there anything that needs to be fixed?
Well, the only thing that needs to change, I reckon, is breakdown on the road in Suva next year. Would be...
Well, there's another home game, May 27, against the Chiefs. We can still go over if you want.
Still make it.
It's not too late.
Still make it.
I do want to say a big congratulations to Brownie. You know, loyalty as an individual and a coach, and his commitment to the Highlanders, and